Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dhanvat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada, Hare Bol to Vishwanath Prabhu, Pawan Prabhuji, Ritesh Prabhu, Arti Mataji for leading the chanting this morning on the most auspicious day of Shri Gaur Purnima. Happy Gaur Purnima to everybody. May we all have the blessings of Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu in our lives through the mercy of our Guru Parampara eternally. Hare Krishna. Okay, so we'll start with our Mangalacharan and Bhajan, Vaishnava Bhajan, and then reading of Shri Prabhupada Lilamrit. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshitarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Happy Gaur Purnima. So on this occasion, this week of appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are reciting this prayer of the week. The little darling son of Mother Shachi, Shri Shachi Sutta Ashtakam. Anybody would like to sing today? Meenakshi Muni. Okay, Meenakshi Muni would like to sing. So,
Hare Krishna. Navagauravvaram navapushpasaram navabhavadharam navalasyaparam navahasyakaram navahemavaram pranamami shachi sutagauravaram navapremayutam navनीतसुचं नववेशकृतं नवप्रेमरसं नवधाविलसतशुभप्रेममयं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं हरिभक्तिपरं हरिनामधरं करजाप्यकरं हरिनामपरं नयने सततं प्रणयाश्रुधरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं सततं जनता भवतापहरं परमार्थपरायणलोकगतिं नवलेहकरं जगतापहरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् निजभक्तिकरं प्रियचारुतरं नटनरतननागरराजकुलं कुलकामिनि मानसलास्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् करतालवलं कलकण्ठरवं सुवीणिकया मधुरं निजभक्तिगुणावृतनाट्यकरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं युगधर्मयुतं पुनरनन्दसुतं धरणीसुचित्रं भवभावोचितं तनुध्यानचितं निजवासयुतं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम् अरुणं नयनं चरणं वसनं वदने स्खलितं स्वकनामधरं कुरुते सुरसं जगदाजीवनं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरं प्रणमामि सचीसुतगौरवरम्
शची सूत्राष्टकम की जय, श्री सर्वभौम भट्टाचार्य की जय, जगतगुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, ताई गौर प्रेमानंदे, हरि हरि बोल. Okay. Any other devotee would like to take up the service of reading translation?
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Meena Mataji. Dandavat pranam.
Yes. His complexion is the hue of fresh cream tinged with kumkum. He is the ever-fresh Cupid who shoots arrows of newly blossoming flowers. He bears near and near moods of emotional ecstasies. He is fond of performing novel dances. He makes ever new jokes that cause much laughter. His brilliant luster is like freshly cast gold. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He is endowed with ever-fresh love of Godhead. His radiant luster is like the color of fresh butter. His fresh attire is arranged in ever-new fashions. He relishes ever-new mellows of love for Krishna. He shines in ninefold new ways while executing the ninefold processes of devotion. He is permeated with the most auspicious loving nature. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He is absorbed in devotion to Sri Hari. He maintains the chanting of the names of Hari. While chanting, he counts the holy names on the fingers of his hands. He is addicted to the name of Hari. He always has tears of love welling in his eyes. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Saji. He is always removing the suffering of material existence for mankind. He is the goal of life of persons who are dedicated to their supreme interest. He inspires men to become like honeybees, eager for the honey for Krishna Prema, of Krishna Prema. He removes the burning fever of the material world. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He motivates pure devotion onto himself. He is most attractive to his beloved servitors. By his dramatic dancing, he exhibits the characteristics of the king of paramours. He causes a mind of beautiful young village women to dance. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He plays kartalas as his throat emits sweet melodious sounds and the vibrant notes of the veena are softly played. He thus inspires the devotees to perform dramatic dancing that is infused with aspects of his own devotional service. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He is accompanied by the Sankirtana movement, which is a religious practice for the age of Kali. He is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Come again. He is the extraordinary, brilliant ornament of the earth. His preaching mood is suitably adapted to the cycle of birth and death. His consciousness is fixed in meditation on his own form of Krishna. He is always accompanied by his transcendental abode. I bow to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. His eyes, the soles of his feet, and his clothing are reddish like the color that heralds the rising sun. As he utters his own names, his voice falters. He awakens a sweet flavor to life throughout the universe. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Hare Krishna. Anything you want to share from this prayer, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji. Even though he's chanting his own name, but the dedication that he's chanting with is remarkable. Like he's like number three. I will talk about. I'll take the number three today, and I'll talk about that. That he's absorbed in devotion to Sri Hari. He maintains the chanting of the names of Hari. While chanting, he counts the holy names on the fingers of his hand. He's addicted to the name of Hari. He always has tears of love welling in his eyes. That is a pure form of love towards anyone when the tears flow through your eyes. So I think that is what we should all try to achieve in our bhakti, that it should come naturally to us, that we should be so absorbed in love of Krishna or meditating. Uh, we should serve him not with our desire to serve him. We should serve him for the desire that will make him happy. It's like a very fine line that we want to do this or we want to do this for his happiness. So I think that's what we should aspire to be. When Hanumana was singing Ram Nam in Ashok Vatika,
Mhm.
You know, he was using his siddhis, you know, anima, like he was the smallest particle, and you know, and the other one like lagima, he was the lightest weight that even the leaf did not move where he was hiding. But he was singing Ram Nama. So when he came in front of Mata turned her face around. So later in the story, he asked Mataji, Shita Mata asked that, did you feel bad that I turned my face around when you came? So Hanumanji's answer was, Mata, you heard what was worth listening. You know, Ram Nam is the one we need to focus on. Ram Nam is what we wanted to meditate upon. So you heard the words that were worth listening, and you did not look at the things that was not worth looking. So that's the way we should be as well, that you know, everything else is secondary or should not even matter when it comes to Harinam or Krishna Nam or Ram Nam. We should focus on the name itself. So Ram se bada Ram ka naam. So that's what I would say today, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mhm. So beautiful. Thank you for connecting with your favorite Ramayan and Ram Bhagwan's favorite servant, Sri Hanuman. So yeah, we are all trying to aspire to be like the servants of the Lord, right? So when we follow the sincerity, the mood of the servants of the Lord, then that pleases the Lord even more. So yes, so Hanuman ji se bade bhakt aur kaun ho sakte hain bhagwan ke? So like that, yes, and like that for us, the pure devotee, is our founder Acharya, none other than His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and we are trying to follow his mode that he wanted all of us to develop. Like you rightly said, there's a very fine line between us desiring for ourselves versus. So if we just follow the acharyas, then we will not go wrong. So if you follow Srila Prabhupada's mode, like, yeah, exactly the point that you took up, that is the mood Srila Prabhupada had every time he was having darshan of Shri Gaura in the Western world. There were tears flowing from his eyes as you were reading Leelamrit at the end in Atlanta, and I think in Mexico also he was traveling. So yes, and he was always saying Parama Karuna, Bahudvijana, Nitai Gaura Chandra. So as this moon is about to rise today, I think we are all chanting. It is almost so wonderful that today we are all coming together and chanting, just as in 1486 when Sri Mahaprabhu appeared, everybody in Navadvip were chanting the holy names during the lunar eclipse, and then when with the power of the holy names, the Lord appeared. So like that is the power of the holy names. Like you said, yes, the name is even more powerful than the Lord Himself. And Lord Himself is teaching us by His own example. Yeah, it is so wonderful, actually. I was thinking of this. If you think of Janmashtami and Radhashtami, the Lord came on the eighth day, and even Radharani came on the eighth day of the lunar cycle, right? So, but still, the Lord is Purna, Om Purnamada Purnamidam, right? So, even though He came on the Ashtami, still He is Purna. And now you see he comes as a devotee, but he comes on the day of Purnima. So that means also that he comes as a devotee, but he's chosen the day of the Purnima. So the Lord is still Purnam, right? But he comes on the eighth day, and still, like I say, eight is like infinity. So the Lord is infinite. But even though he comes as a devotee in the mode of Srimati Radharani, he's still Purnam. That's why he chose the Purnima to appear. So yes, that's how Lord is, and Lord's holy name is wonderful. Thank you for that beautiful reflection, Mataji. So let's continue with Prabhupada Leelamrit. Yesterday we read Prabhupada had come back to come back home to India, and um, he was in Mayapur. He was inviting everybody, all of his disciples to come from all over the world to be in Mayapur for Gaur Purnima, and then of course to come to Krishna Balram temple for the inauguration there. So let's see. And then, yes, of course, he talked about, yes, everyone has to attend Mangala Arati, else no prasadam. So if we want the prasadam of pure love of Godhead from our acharyas, then yes, waking up, attending Mangala Arati, performing our sadhana, that is very, very important. as he mentioned. And let's continue with chapter 49. I think we stopped here yesterday. The Prabhupada is reflecting, having this beautiful vision of Sri Mayapur Dham, where the golden moon of Sri Gaura would rise in the form of Chandrodaya Mandir, Gaura Chandrodaya Mandir. Okay, so yes, let's continue here. Srila Prabhupada said, Grihasthas reach Godhead through Nam Sankirtan. Srila Prabhupada quoted Narottam Das Thakur's song, Grihe Thako, Vani Thako, Sada Gaura, Bole Thako, and Chaitanya Charitamrit. Kiba Vipra, Kiba Nyasi, Shudra Ke Ninaya, Yei Krishna Tattvaveta, Sei Guru Haya. From Chaitanya Charitamrit, Madhya Leela 8.128. Anyone who knows the science of Krishna could be a guru. Srila Prabhupada spoke about how children should be properly trained and families could serve in farm communities and live self-sufficiently in Krishna consciousness. On March 7th, the GBC members assembled and would report at the end of the day to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said, put across points of discussion, discuss, vote, and pass resolutions. Srila Prabhupada emphasized on chanting Hare Krishna and following regulative principles, and Krishna would give intelligence to apply his teachings according to time, place, and circumstances. Devotees arrived in Mayapur for Gaura Purnima, and although very tired, very excited to meet Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada was happy that over 600 people had gathered at Mayapur. He said everyone should chant Hare Krishna, go on parikrama, and engage in Krishna Katha. When devotees kept on asking Srila Prabhupada about whether sannyas or grihastha ashram was better and what roles and responsibilities, Srila Prabhupada finally gave the conclusion: no discrimination on basis of ashrama. Everyone is servant of Krishna, and asked the GBC to remove all resolution against grihasthas. Ultimate conclusion is Yare Dekha Tare Kahe Krishna Upadesh. On Gaur Purnima, Srila Prabhupada gave lecture on appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Channa Avatar, covered incarnation, and gave initiations including sannyas initiations. On Gaur Purnima day, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj said that whoever takes dip in the Ganges during Gaur Purnima would be liberated from cycle of birth and death. Jai. Srila Prabhupada said, instead of so many meetings, resolutions, and dissolutions, better do chanting. Srila Prabhupada was asked if he was tired after the festival. And Srila Prabhupada said, so many have come and are hearing about Krishna. When preaching, you feel refreshed. Jai. Chapter 50. The Lame Man and the Blind Man. The Bhaktivedanta Book Trust press marathon happened in summer of 1975, and there was transcendental competition between Srila Prabhupada's writing, printing, and distribution of books. However, due to management responsibilities, Srila Prabhupada could not write as much as he desired to. Srila Prabhupada's purports were his transcendental ecstasies. Srila Prabhupada wanted to go to a place where he could focus on writing, and he went to Melbourne, Auckland, Fiji, and finally came to Hawaii. Harishari Prabhu said Srila Prabhupada was translating like anything now. He did 290 digits, which was the count in Srila Prabhupada's dictating machine, which was the measure of benediction for all humanity. Srila Prabhupada could not sleep for more than 1.5 hours at night, and he used this inability to sleep as an opportunity to increase his writing time. Jai Srila Prabhupada. In Honolulu, Srila Prabhupada shut the door and worked all night till 5 a.m. in the morning and finished the 7th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam with the below closing remark. Completed on the night of Vaishakhi Shukla Ekadashi, the 10th of May 1976, in the temple of the Panchatattva, New Navadvip, Honolulu, by the mercy of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Adi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Thus we may happily chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. After the 7th canto, Srila Prabhupada immediately began the 8th canto with the following prayer. First of all, let me offer my humble, respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada revealed the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam in every page. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Lord Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And wonderful reviews for the Srimad Bhagavatam came across the world from university professors et al. Srila Prabhupada's teachings combated all Mayavad, false teachings of bogus gurus, incarnations in a logical way through the various small books like Easy Journey to Other Planets, Science of Self Realization, Life Comes from Life, etc. Yet, underlying his strong writing was a humble tone of request to everyone to please take up Krishna consciousness and be restored to constitutional position of Sat Chit Ananda, part and parcel of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada was himself Bhagavad, and through his books, one could gain inspiration to serve both the book Bhagavad and the person Bhagavad. Srila Prabhupada's health improved, yet he slept very minimal. He said, "It is very good from the spiritual point of view if you don't sleep much." Srila Prabhupada again stressed that he has appointed his best men for the GBC who should assist in management so that Srila Prabhupada could continue his writing work to complete Srimad Bhagavatam. Again, Srila Prabhupada was traveling to guide disciples all around the world, but continued writing wherever he was. In July 1976, he would be at ISKCON Temple in Washington, D.C., celebrating the 10th anniversary of formation of ISKCON. Haribol. The cover of the latest issue of Back to Godhead had the caption, declaring our dependence on God. Srila Prabhupada was now in New York with His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami and others, and Srila Prabhupada was reminiscing his old days in New York. It was the first place that Srila Prabhupada had come to in the Western world. Srila Prabhupada said, "It was Krishna's will." Standing before the deities of Sri Sri Radha Govindaji, Srila Prabhupada was pleased. Srila Prabhupada said, "Every day one should sing Sri Guru Charana Padma song, as everything manifests by the mercy of Sri Guru only." The most majestic Rath Yatra happened in New York City at the most important street in the world, to Washington Square Park, and it was an appropriate climax for Srila Prabhupada's 10 years of preaching in the New York City, 10th anniversary. And the Radha Govinda deities had a skyscraper. Jayananda Prabhu was steering the Rath Yatra cart, and Srila Prabhupada was sitting on the cart and fondly glanced at Jayananda Prabhu from time to time. Then there was lecture by Srila Prabhupada, prasadam distribution, and reporters reported East meets West. And Srila Prabhupada asked this report to be sent everywhere, including Indira Gandhi. Srila Prabhupada said, "The lame man meets the blind man, Indian culture and American money, and they would save the whole world." Srila Prabhupada's health was deteriorating, yet he booked tickets to go on traveling. Everyone pleaded to Srila Prabhupada to not travel, and Srila Prabhupada said, "I want the benediction to go on fighting for Krishna, just like Arjuna." As Srila Prabhupada was leaving America, his disciples knew that Srila Prabhupada would always be with them as long as they were following his instructions. Srila Prabhupada continued traveling to tugging the cultures together, the lame and the blind, traveling like Narad Muni, glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. Chapter 51, Chant Hare Krishna and Fight. On January 9th, 1977, Srila Prabhupada started his morning walk before dawn. Juhu Beach, Juhu Beach was one of his favorite places to walk. Srila Prabhupada was walking with his disciples and was joined by public sometimes where he used the opportunity to preach. He was joined by one Mr. Patel this morning, and Srila Prabhupada was describing about the importance of satsang. Srila Prabhupada spoke about Kumbh Mela, how he attended it in 1925, and it happens once in 12 years. He wanted to attend it in 1977. At 6:55 a.m., Srila Prabhupada returned back to Hare Krishna land and took darshan of his favorite deities, Sri Sri Radha Ras Bihari, and was waiting for the temple to be completed with marble covering on the domes. Srila Prabhupada's secretary was Rameshwar Swami, whom Srila Prabhupada thought was expert in administration and book distribution. He was talking to Rameshwar Swami about the issue in the US and said the solution of all problems is to keep Lord Krishna in the center. Srila Prabhupada got a special train arranged to go to Kumbh Mela with his disciples on January 11th, 1977. And he was preaching in his compartment, had a quick lunch of fruits, puris, sabjis, and sweets, sitting cross-legged in the train, and then laid down to rest for a while. Then Srila Prabhupada again started preaching, and he relished fighting for Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada arrived in Allahabad, Kumbh Mela, and it was very austere. Srila Prabhupada was not well, yet he asked all to distribute his books. Srila Prabhupada arrived in Allahabad, Kumbh Mela, and it was very, very austere. Srila Prabhupada was not well, yet he asked all to distribute his books. Srila Prabhupada was supposed to stay till 21st, but due to austere conditions and not being well, when his disciples told that writing books is more important than meeting pilgrims, Srila Prabhupada agreed and left for Bhubaneswar on 15th Jan. Mr. Gupta helped Srila Prabhupada get a special coach to go to Calcutta. Srila Prabhupada was unhappy since prasadam was not distributed at the pandal. He wrote a letter to all temple presidents to employ two cooks to ensure that every visitor gets prasadam, puri, sabji, and sweets, and there should be enough to serve 20 at all times. Begin at once. Srila Prabhupada reached Bhubaneswar, where His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj was staying in a small hut and trying to build a temple, and Srila Prabhupada stayed in another hut there, even though he had the luxury to stay in Manor, New York, or Paris. Srila Prabhupada preferred to stay in Orissa, saying that Puri is the birthplace of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And since Bhubaneswar would be capital of Orissa, Krishna consciousness could flourish from Bhubaneswar, although it may take time. A wonderful temple would manifest in Bhubaneswar. Srila Prabhupada used to conduct classes in English, and His Holiness Gaur Govind Maharaj would translate into Oriya. Srila Prabhupada started the translation and purports of the ninth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, and the climate of Bhubaneswar suited Srila Prabhupada. Gaur Govind Maharaj had given the date for cornerstone laying ceremony for ISKCON temple on February 2nd, 1977, on Nityananda Trayodashi, and Srila Prabhupada agreed to stay there until then. Srila Prabhupada was 81 and his health was failing, and he was dictating the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam at 3 a.m. on 30th Jan 1977. Okay, we'll pause here for today. Hari Bol. Yes, so wonderful that as we are celebrating the wonderful auspicious occasion of Gaur Purnima, Prabhupada also was celebrating Gaur Purnima today uh, in our reading. And yes, again and again, he's teaching by his personal example of what he wants his disciples to do. Always keep Krishna in the center. Always continue to follow the regulative principles. Chant Hare Krishna. Distribute prasadam. Distribute books. Right. So these are the core messages. And Prabhupada, again at the age of almost 80 plus now, is showing that he's willing to travel everywhere just to make sure that his disciples remain enthusiastic, they don't fall down, they have good sadhana, and yeah, most importantly, that he's serving the instructions of his Guru Maharaj. So it's also very good that Paschat Deshatarine, as we say from Prabhupada's prayers, that his Guru Maharaj wanted him to go west, and Mahaprabhu also appeared in Bengal. And which Bengal? It is the West Bengal. So Mahaprabhu appeared in West Bengal, and Srila Prabhupada came west to give us all who have come to West now, following his footsteps, so that we can not just physically follow his footsteps coming west, but actually spiritually follow in his footsteps by following his instructions. Because we also are also blessed that we are, like we always I joke that that was West Bengal and this is kind of our Cincinnati Bengal, right? So we are also CB, Chaitanya Bhagavat. So if we follow Chaitanya and we follow Bhagavat of Srila Prabhupada, the CB that we are in Cincinnati Bengals, we can all also go back to Godhead by following these instructions of Srila Prabhupada. He always said that don't take away my privilege to fight for Krishna. Just like Arjuna, he is saying Arjuna always was in the mood of following the instruction of the Lord, so fighting for the Lord. So similarly, we also have to become instruments in fighting our own anarthas, fighting our own shortcomings. Before we go and fight everybody else outside, first we have to fight our own shortcomings and anarthas by purifying ourselves, by following these instructions of attending Mangala Arati, chanting in the Brahma Muhurta, as much as we can, as our schedule allows. So thank you all for joining this morning for the wonderful occasion of Gaur Purnima, because this is the moment of, like Prabhupada says, for Grihasthas, it is Harinam Sankirtan. When we come together in a Sangha, in a congregation, and we chant, this japa also becomes Sankirtan. So that is what Prabhupada's desire was, that everybody in his temples and his various congregations come together, and that is the mood of even our Guru Varga, who teaches the same thing, that whatever we are doing, we do in a congregation, because that will help build the bond of love for each other, as well as the bond of love for Srila Prabhupada, as the wonderful book that Mother Malati wrote and gave us as the bond of love. So that is the bond of love that they have with Srila Prabhupada, and that is the bond of love that we also can develop for Srila Prabhupada and for our Guru Parampara if we follow these simple instructions, yet they are very, very profound instructions. Simple instructions, if we continue to follow every single day, day by day, then yes, just like Prabhupada was saying yesterday, the milk will become richer and sweeter if we boil it and drink it, and it will nourish us and it will nourish our soul. Anyway, so those were some reflections. Any other thoughts, comments from anybody on this nice occasion of Gaura Purnima? Hare Krishna. Chirai Prabhu, thank you for joining. Anything you want to say, Prabhu? Not able to see. I'm just able to see the chat here. Prabhu may be busy. Anything else anybody would like to share from today's reading, or anything that has touched your heart so far from our reading of Srila Prabhupada Lilamrit?
Hi Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Hare Guru Prabhu.
Prabhu, I really liked when Prabhupada said that the only way to make sure that everybody is working well is by keeping Krishna in the center. That is one recipe for solving everyone's problems. Once we make sure that we are not working for ourselves, but we are all working for Krishna, that helps mitigate any differences, and we all come together and work for Krishna. So I really like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for wonderful reading, and thank you all devotees for joining. It's very nice to see everybody coming together for chanting.
Harinam Sankirtan ki
Yeah.
jai. Hari Bol. Yes, this is the medicine for this age, as Prabhupada has given us, and the diet is prasadam. So like he was saying yesterday, that yes, when we wake up for Mangalarti, then he will give us prasadam. So by chanting Harinam, we will get the prasadam diet, which is the diet, the prasadam, the physical prasadam also, Mahaprasad, as well as the prasadam of developing pure love for the Lord. So both will come together. Thank you
Prabhu,
so much, Adi Guru Prabhu. Yes.
Prabhu's for those who would like to fast today, is fasting recommended till moonrise or till afternoon?
Yeah, generally our temples we recommend up to moonrise, which I think will be around up to around 7 p.m. our time. So where we can take, if those, I mean, of course we can take fruits and nuts, during the morning if needed. So we can, but and then we fast until moonrise, and then we break the fast with Ekadashi Prasadam.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All right, thank you, dear devotees, for your kind association. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद लीलामृत की जय, श्री गौर पूर्णिमा महामहोत्सव की जय, नीताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि बोल।
Hari Bol. Thank you, Prabhuji. Have a great day, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Happy Holi Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna.